welcome the incident management from the...
Welcome to this very special occasion today as we accept the generous donation by JICA to the Ministry of Health and Medical Services. We are very thankful to JICA not only for what we're receiving here today, but for the long-term assistance that has been provided. Of course, we have the resident representative of JICA here, Ms. Yukari Ono, and we'd like to thank you for the years, decades of support that JICA has provided to Fiji. Speaking personally, I'm also the head of the Fiji Center for Disease Control, and we have a long-term program there, the lymphatic filariasis program, which JICA has been involved in supporting right from the beginning. It's been over 20 years now, and we thank you for that. What we have learned with this coronavirus pandemic is that it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So donations such as today, we've got personal protective equipment, hand sanitizer, thermometers. This is support we will need over long term, because we do not see an end in sight until hopefully a vaccine is invented. So we thank you for your continuous support on behalf of the Ministry of Health and Medical Services, and we look forward to the support and working with you again in future.
Very good morning. It is a great pleasure for me to be able to hand over medical equipment to the government of Fiji on behalf of Japan International Cooperation Agency and people from Japan. First of all, I would like to express my sincere appreciation and respect for the frontline health professionals and officials of Ministry of Health and Medical Services in your continuous and great efforts in the fight against COVID-19 in Fiji. Unfortunately, 3 new cases are recently confirmed after several weeks of COVID-19 free in Fiji. I sincerely hope that all the patients will recover soon. At this global pandemic situation, where COVID-19 has been spreading across the world, preparedness for COVID-19 is even more important. The medical equipment and supplies which were requested from the government of Fiji are thermal scanner system, emergency trolley, hand sanitizers, non-contact infrared thermometer, and PP kits, amounting in total about 500,000 Fijian dollars. Although some of the items are yet to be delivered, I hope these will support the combat against COVID-19 in Fiji. JICA's provision of medical equipment is under our existing technical cooperation with the Ministry of Health and Medical Services, namely the Project for Improvement of Health Services through 5S Kaizen TQM. This project aims to improve quality of health services in Fiji through Japanese quality improvement methodology of 5S Kaizen TQM approach. For a quality healthcare service, in addition to medical expertise and equipment, efficient logistics and management is necessary. And above all, system and mindset of continuous improvement is indispensable. JICA's technical cooperation is addressing this area and supporting the capacity development of the pilot facilities such as FPBS, CWM, and 5 other health facilities, now through online basis support from Japan. As a long partner with the Ministry of Health and Medical Services, JICA is pleased to be able to support medical equipment for COVID-19 response. JICA recognizes that COVID-19 has served as a wake-up call for the need to examine a new look on a healthy society. If we overcome this pandemic and use it as a learning opportunity, we can build up this experience to work toward establishing a new world that confronts the challenges of modern society. JICA will do our best to respond to the urgent need of our partner countries. We'll work harder to build resilient and flexible health systems and make universal health coverage as a reality, as well as work toward establishing a sustainable new world founded on trust and collaboration to realize human security and JICA's vision of leading the world with trust. So thank you very much for your kind attention. Pinakabakalevu and Danny Bird.
I'd like to say that we are very grateful for the continued support that Japan and its development partner that works with us, JICA, has been working to support us, not only in regards to COVID-19, but also the work that it's been doing before then, and the work that it's been doing with us, separate from COVID-19. And you have alluded to that in the fact that you are working with us around total quality management. And as a Ministry of Health, we aspire to be very professional in our dealings, to be very competent, and to be very comprehensive, and improve the way that we do business processes. And this is something that we've been talking about, is how we remodel or how we re-engineer our business processes from a hospital and health system based capability, given the fact that we are not only faced with the burden of COVID-19, but also that health needs to be at the forefront of the discussions going forward. And this is something that the Ministry of Health and Government has been doing over the last couple of years, and building the platforms around that. And a testament to that is in the fact that the Ministry of Health budget has been supported all along, and the COVID-19 supplementary budget. And the work of JICA and Japan in supporting us in many other forms quickly accelerates the ability of us to be able to move quickly ahead in making sure that we have a resilient and very robust health system in place. You have supported us in many ways before, and about 2 weeks ago, together with His Excellency, the Ambassador, we sat down and signed in terms of agreement on the $10 million Fijian, $10 million support, specifically for equipment that will be useful also for health and specifically for COVID-19. So I thank Japan today for the support it's given to us, predominantly in ensuring that we have thermometers, with a thermal scanner, personal protective equipment that's available, and also the anesthetic emergency drug trolleys that will be given to us, and also the hand sanitizers. And I can assure you that we used to good use. And I must say before I finish today that we in the Ministry of Health, we cannot do this. We wouldn't have done this alone. We're very grateful for the many support, first from development partners such as yours, but also from government itself. It's been a whole of government approach, led ably by the Honorable Prime Minister, the support given by the Attorney General, the Minister of Economy, making sure that we are well funded in the work that we do, and also the other arms of government. And I've said this before, the commissioners, the Rokotuis, the provisional administrators, the district officers, the social welfare department, the discipline forces, the military that are running our quarantine facilities, and they've been doing it ever since we began this journey together, and they've been doing it and doing it very well until now. So, as I said, I want to finish by sharing my admiration and appreciation to you, Japan, but also to everyone involved in the COVID-19 fight, in the whole of government agencies that have come together. Lovely.